Hey, do you know we have a new intro?
Do we?
I guess we're here to stay.
This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
My God, how much
It's growing on me.
How much was the band? I don't.
Can we add a little jingle to it though for the holidays? Just a little bit. But yes, I know it's pretty. It's catchy. Catchy's the word.
So we're here to stick around, I guess.
It's official.
Coming up, Premier Doug Ford of Ontario is going to make an official announcement this afternoon. Full 100% speculation is that everybody can get booster shots because as of Monday, 50-year-old and older could get them. Mm-hmm. Now it sounds like it may be a free-for-all, maybe for everybody. We'll talk about that, including kids coming home from schools, what they're going to have. But speaking of kids, we started this morning talking about my fun fascination with grade school mascot names.
I guess it is a fun fascination.
It is.
Definitely a fascination.
I love it.
When I started here way back when, I was taken aback by your mascot knowledge, I'll be honest. It floored me. Because it's not like you're looking at a list. It's in a lot of it's in your head. There are certain schools in this area, and it's a very large area we cover. Hastings County as well as parts of Northumberland, even towards Napanee. So it's very large. There's a lot of schools.
We have bus cancellations, and what I like to do, because I don't know if you know this about me, Charity, I like a good shtick. And
I haven't got onto that.
One of my shticks is I'll say, up in North Hastings today, for example, with the freezing rain warning,
and the bus.
All buses have been canceled. And that includes Bird Creek Public, home of the Beavers. I'll single out a school and then say home of the whatever. Yeah. So I love to make sure that I have all of them.
Yes.
Well, I missed Herman for the longest time.
Which is north of Bancroft.
Yeah, a listener.
North of Birds Creek.
Sent up to us. By the way, you forgot Herman, and they're the home of the Hornets. So I start adding that stuff. So this winter, I've been updating and putting together a list. When it suddenly struck me that I don't know what Marmara was, and I'd never had them, and somebody texted
And it's so obvious. It's so obvious why we didn't know this about the public school in Marmara.
It's Marmara Miners. What I love is the vast majority of them are alliterations. Thank heavens.
It does make it easier.
Hastings Huskies. Marmara Miners, Birds Creek Beavers, Frankfurt Falcons. So many of them are alliterations. Mm-hmm. Sophiasburg Spartans, Maynooth Mustangs. My favorite ones here, though, the Massasauga Rennersville Rattlers. Mm-hmm. And what else? Oh, Tyndonega Thundercats.
Yes, that's a good one.
Home of the Thundercats.
But we're still missing Tweed. I say that. We did get the answer for Tweed because they are the Tweed Shield. The Catholic school are the Cardinals.
St. Catholic Cardinals,
yeah. But
Whitney
the public
Wolves.
school are the Shields. And that really bothers you. And now you've kind of picked up the torch and you're running with it because you are going to try to, I don't want to say get them a new name, but maybe just champion.
A real one.
Be their champion in creating a new name.
Do you know the process it takes to rename a school's mascot?
No.
Me neither.
But you have fun with it.
It could be elaborate.
But I'm curious to know why the Shields, because there could be a story behind it.
Yeah, I might be
so
ripping
there might
something
be
off.
more of a meaning to it than just
what I'm giving them.
Yeah, than this Shields. Why is it Shield? It's a very good question. So I think we should do some digging that way first before we start a petition.
The thing is, that sounds too official. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm just going to get listeners' text ideas and talk about it until the Board of Education calls me up and tells me to knock it off. Yeah. That's usually how things work for me my whole career.
Yes.
I'll keep talking about it until they threaten legal action. I love college sports in the United States. College, like NCAA March Madness, college football. Can't get enough.
Yes.
Can't get enough of it. So they love their universities, like March Madness.
Yes.
And it's never the name of your university. It's always the mascot. You're a Spartan, like Jimmy Hollywood, for example, went to Michigan State, a Spartan. Wolverine, you're Ohio State. You're a Buckeye. You're a Hoosier. So when I hear schools, like, what's your mascot? To me, that's the big thing. And so when I hear, I'm a Shield.
Pretty important, though.
Why aren't you a Tweed Titan?
Strong.
Okay. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying it doesn't jump out like rattler, like a thundercat.
Like a cyclone.
Like a cyclone.
Like a cyclone.
In Campbellford, right?
Yes, those are what the boys are.
A cyclone.
I
do
understand
like
that.
The phoenix.
But some have very deep roots within their community too, and
The miners of Marmora.
that's why they go with it. So that's why I question.
So I just
I
want
would like to learn more.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want the story
why
first.
shield? Why tweed shield?
This podcast is going to get us answers, Charity. That's what it's going to do.
I hope so.
Because it sounds like a 2022 New Year's resolution for me to come up and get them a new name.
It's like your dog with a bone now.
I just want to help them. I think I'm helping children, and instead I'm meddling in things that are none of my business. And that also is a hallmark of my career. So we'll work on that over the next few days.
We'll
And if you're
keep you
up
posted.
in North Hastings, again, freezing rain warning.
Drive
Be
carefully.
careful with
Be
your driving
careful today.
Rest of the time, throughout the day, we're going to be waiting for the Premier's announcement, because with the kids coming home from school over the holidays, there is the package of this antigen testing, right?
I've heard rumors about this,
Okay.
yes. And
So as a mom, you don't have it yet.
we haven't received anything yet. No notice, no letter, no update on that. Though the rumor has been that they will be bringing them home, because the province did say a few weeks ago that yes, come Christmas time, kids would be sent home with these antigen COVID-19 tests for them to do. And over the holidays, so we can test ourselves. So when the kids go back, the hope is they won't be going back with COVID.
And the hope is they'll be going back.
Oh my gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
A month or so ago, you were suggesting that you thought they'd be out before now.
I thought as a precaution.
Yes.
If the numbers were rising and we were getting this close to Christmas anyway, and the schools were proving to be a location where the numbers were beginning to show a rise, that we could at least, what's 5 days? What's a week? Just
And
add
in
it
some cases, some schools have had to because of that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to, though.
No,
I
nobody
really
wants
do.
to.
Nobody wants to. So
I'm
they've
not
really
saying that we're all disappointed it hasn't happened. I'm just surprised
But
it
this
didn't
close to
happen.
Christmas,
Yeah.
I think they saw it. Once December hit, I figured we were safe. I was like, nope, they're gonna hang on until the holidays. Because after last year, I think they saw just how. I think it became even more clear just how important it is to keep kids in the school as long as they can.
For sure. Yeah.
Safely and for everybody, for the teachers, for the kids, for the for the parents.
But that was before Omicron, right?
Exactly.
And we're hearing about the variants. But we have a staff member who lives in Kingston, and I'm also very colored because their numbers are really rising.
And for the first time, he was off this week for a few days, not feeling well, and he came back today. And for the first time, I really thought, has he had a test? Like that thought of, it never occurred to me. I thought, oh, it's just a cold. This was the first time I thought, oh no.
Yeah.
Is this okay? You just stay over there.
I always assume everybody's been tested and they're fine.
Yeah.
And that's not a smart way to be.
But now I guess I need to be more that. I need to assume that they have been, because I did question it this morning. The thought crossed my mind that, I hope this isn't something more than a cold.
And as part of this, your boys are getting their shots. Do you mind talking about that?
Not at all. No.
On Monday?
Yes, they fall into the 5 to 11 age group, so they haven't been able to get their vaccine up until this point. And when it became available, we did. We had a discussion again, and everybody was on board. And the boys didn't even faze them. They're like, yeah, Mom, of course. Yep. As soon as we can. Let's get it booked and let's go. So we're going to go Monday.
There's another aspect of that, and I apologize if I'm overstepping my bounds here on privacy, but when you made that announcement to your family, there was some relief of some, because they felt it's none of their business to talk about. They were relieved you were doing it, right?
There was, yes.
Yeah.
We had family members who were over the top, enthusiastic,
but they
so
didn't,
happy.
But they didn't feel it was their point to say to you, are you going to get them done? You should get done. So they left it up to you. But when you said, they were so thrilled.
They were so relieved.
It's so funny how as families, because forever, for 10,000 years, families get involved in everybody's business in the family.
And tell you what you should be doing.
Until now, people are nervous, right?
I think most are. Don't forget, there still are who are very vocal and very and believe very much one way or the other how to handle all of this. But yes, I think most people have taken a step back and been a little more cautious, maybe.
Older generations will tell younger generations what they think about the people they marry, about the people they date, about the clothes they have, about where
their
they
job,
live,
their house,
everything. Right?
Everything. Yeah.
We make jokes about it until we got to this, and now people are biting their tongues, and probably rightly so. But then when I heard you say, I mentioned that to X people, They were so relieved. And it's funny that we bite our tongues on something that we think is so important. So if you're going through that in your family, boy, you're not alone. We will find out today whether it is boosters for all.
That's
so perhaps
what
at
Premier
the
Ford
time,
is expected to say.
Perhaps at the time that you're hearing this, you will know that that is now official and what that will mean, because my wife was on the website. I'm going to stay at 3 o'clock in the morning. The woman's committed.
Monday?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
No, she got up super early. So I'm not sure at what point it became available, whether it was 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well,
so
that's
she
what,
would have been starting. And it took her a long time until she found a private pharmacy locally who had availabilities. And so booked us in there at, I don't know, I think I'm 11:15. I'll find out for sure.
But that's great.
Oh, no, for sure.
That's amazing.
Because we were vaccinated as soon as we could, and we want to get boosters as soon as we can. And you know what? To do absolutely nothing. That's the other thing, is we're going to get boosters, not because we're traveling, because we have no plans. We just want them because I think we're part of a growing, quiet majority of people who are just sick of it. I want the booster so this can stop.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm going away somewhere or I want to just suddenly go be in groups of people. Just give me the booster so we can, get back to what it is we need.
As we see the numbers creep up, I think more and more people feel that way too. They're like, we just want this to be done. Okay. And not that you shouldn't go into it willy-nilly. Of course, you want to get the booster.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, okay, I don't want the things to shut down again. I don't want last year to happen again. So let's do what we need to do and continue on. We don't want the border to shut down again. We don't want restrictions put on us to do anything. So let's just do it.
Got an email from my sister. My wife had sent, because again, do I stay in touch with my family? No. My wife stays in touch with my family. And so she sent out sort of like a group Christmas sort of email update on what's going on. And my sister, who lives in Port Dover, is not in Port Dover. She and her husband have been in Florida for the last month. I had no idea that they were down there. Totally vaxxed. Staying inside, she said. They just don't want to be cold when they go outside. And she said, wearing a mask, hit and miss down there. Still in Florida. Hit and miss. So say what you will about testing, boosters, and everything medical. Still wearing a mask. They feel like it.
Now, and I haven't asked or looked recently, what are the numbers in Florida?
Don't even know.
Yeah.
And the two thoughts to that were, one, when we talked about how I just want to end, isn't it funny how it's because we're coming up on New Year's Day, and we're going to flip a calendar, and it started in 2020, and here we are in 2022. And that's part of it feels like, I know it's been 2 years now, it just feels like it's been 10. It's that reminder that it's a new year, and what can we do to make this thing stop? But the second one is, in wintertime, people want to travel.
Yeah.
And I'll get it even though I know I'm not going to travel. How much I would love to be able to go away for a quick week here or there, or Kath and I would like to do something down the road, but not until this is over. And then when I heard back from my sister that we've been down there, everything's safe, everything's good, we're healthy, but they're surprised that still what the steps that we take in Canada, non-medical, masks, washing hands, trying social distance when you can. Nope. Like it never happened in Florida. So in the news, hit inquinty.ca. We'll find out once the Premier has made his announcement, and we get ever closer to tomorrow and Friday being the final day for the kids for school.
Out for
and that's
Christmas
exciting.
holidays.
That is exciting.
Next week, it's just going to ramp right up.
And tomorrow is our Burger Revolution Throwback Thursday in honor of the Get Back documentary on Disney Plus for the Beatles. We've got Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time for Team Mark, John Lennon's Happy Christmas War is Over for Team Charity.
Now, I am curious. We mentioned this morning. I do want to find now a Christmas song by all four.
There is something tells me, whether it was just a one-off in a studio rarity of them singing Merry Christmas.
I could see it really early in their career as a band, the Beatles. I could see them putting something out like Jingle Bells or something, just their version of it.
Even if they didn't put it out, it's recorded somewhere.
It has to be.
And everything they've ever recorded anywhere practically is out. Nobody's keeping anything a secret anymore thanks to YouTube.
But the documentary itself, you're going to watch it. You got to find time though.
I can't watch it in episodes. Once I start, I am committed 6 hours, and I will sit there and I will watch, because I won't be able to shut it off. Because I love it. I'm of that age, right? I'm 58. I'm the last baby boomer around the world. After I was born, in 1963.
That
They
stopped
say
it?
the baby boom ended in 65. That's
No,
not true.
63. March of 63?
Those were pretenders.
Okay.
March 3rd, 1963. You're
That
the
was the
last
last one?
I'm the last baby boomer. Everybody after that's just pretenders.
Well, I know you're a big Paul McCartney fan too.
I am.
So
I think.
that's why you went with Paul this week.
Yeah,
With Wonderful
yeah.
Christmas
Makes
Time.
it sound like you're picking against John, but I'm not. 'cause
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't.
The whole thing,
There was enough. What's the word I'm looking for? Drama around the two of them.
Yeah.
You don't want to pit them against each other
No.
even now. But
and after all these years and the passing of John 41 years ago, is it patched up? But the point is, as fans, we don't have to get into it. We don't have to weigh into it.
But I
Doesn't
have
matter.
heard with the documentary, Paul McCartney watching it now, there was an article or a quote from him when Get Back first came out saying that, he kind of bought into what the fans were saying, how the Beatles broke up, like their reasoning
his
for
role in it.
and his role. And then when he saw the documentary, he's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't agree with that anymore. I don't think that's why we broke up. I think it was more this. And so all these years, he's kind of just gone along with it and just accepted it. But seeing the documentary kind of took him back and he
Yeah.
realized, no, wait a minute, that's not why.
And if you've not watched it yet, somebody who has seen it said to me, anticipating that I was going to watch it, said the funniest part that will make you crazy is when they're working on their famous songs and they're trying to come up with the lines and you're screaming the lyric at them because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
But they can't seem to come up with what would be the next line in The Long and Winding Road, or what are we going to call this female character in the song Get Back? Like, come on.
Guys,
What's
come
that
on.
line? But she was another man. That's going to be the line. And you're impatiently waiting for the song to be born as you watch them literally give birth to these hits through this documentary.
And that's what's so incredible about this footage. And it'll be, when you finally do watch it,
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing your thoughts
Yeah, I
and
can't wait.
observations
So
coming out of it.
wonderful Christmas time or happy Christmas. Get on our socials. It's virtually any given minute. One's leading the other.
Yeah.
Winning song after the 8 o'clock tomorrow morning brought to you by Burger Revolution. It's the Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast for Wednesday, December the 15th. 10 days to go to Christmas on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on our social media sites. Enjoy your day. Join us tomorrow morning on 95.5 Hits FM.